No, you son, baby. Damn, I'm getting so skinny, like genuinely. I'm so skinny, bruh. I'm dead so skinny. I'm so skinny. I know you son, baby. In the thong. In the thong. No, you son, baby. In the thong. So, no, you son, baby. In the thong. In the thong. No, you son, baby. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Today we are going to be debating chatters. What's up, Eduardo? It's good, my boy. It's good, my boy. It's good, my boys. It's good, Brody. How you doing today? Hopefully you're doing great. I'm doing good myself. Today will be a short stream. I'm just gonna be talking to people in the chat. My idea, my goal is to basically just talk to chat for 2 or 3 hours, and then my boy, me, I'm gonna go out and go record some content for you guys to get a new video by tomorrow or the day after. I'm trying to at least get a video every single week, so it should be fun. Should get a new video. If you have not watched the last video, what's up, Billy? If you not have watched the last video, it was about patience. That sounds interesting. You should check it out. It was a pretty fun video, pretty cool storytelling. So I'm gonna try to make kind of it more visual representations all throughout the rest of the actual videos. I'm gonna try my best to make it as storylined as possible. What's good, Billy? 6'7" type shit. All right. As the title suggests, if you guys were not able to see yesterday, today, I'm asking chatters, what is their controversial opinion? Do you guys have a controversial opinion? I will debate against you. Adrian, I will debate against you. Tell me what it is, and I got you. Hey, son, baby. Ask a question. Oh shit, let me actually change it real quick. What's your controversial opinion? Boom. Start Q&A. What's up, Leonardo? What is up, bro? Ask me, guys. I am ready. My son watches you. All right. What's good? I'm about to get in trouble. KY. Don't tell me. Pool. What content do I do? I basically do reflection type content where I kind of talk about things in my life or topics. I just try my best to be a good guy and bring up like more things that are mental, psychological, philosophical ideas. I also bring these ideas into interviews and things like that. LeBron or Jordan? LeBron. Longevity. My opinion is modern American politics is basically Hitler versus Stalin. There's no good option. First off, I think I low-key, okay, I feel like that's a little drastic, right? Hitler versus Stalin, these are people that have killed multiple, people, millions of people. I don't think you can truly, like say that our Democratic or Republican parties are equal to these people. That's fucking crazy, low-key. But I do believe that I feel like in a perfect scenario, perfect society, a new party or a green party would become the majority shareholder of like all of these political ideas and stuff like that. Do not dream of a possession. All right, let me scroll down. My controversial opinion is they call us Homo sapiens. I call us Homo techno. I am gay. I like men. I can dance. I live with lates. I keep it clean. My pace is neat. I like fashion. Men are my passion. I mean, I don't think that's more of a statement than an opinion. The right versus left. authoritarianism on both sides. Hitler and Stalin were both extremes of that, which shows just the worst of the which shows the worst of the party's ideas. I think there is some proof in the pudding, right? So you are touching on some topics that are I think that's valid. I would just say it's not extremely like that because those people, right? We still kind of run more what's it called? Uh, we still are more what's it called? Fuck. With their just voting systems and stuff like that, the people still have a say in those parties or ideas. These people were just the uh, kings of basically these domains, you know. Sorry, I'm trolling. Wholly defined features. I'm low-key getting skinny as fuck. It's crazy. There's no government. It's the 1% keeping them self-rich with the wealth of their citizens. They make parts to keep us mental slaves, to think we are free and have any decision of what goes on. I think that's just wrong, right? Germany was a democracy before it was fascist. Hitler was a character before Führer. I'm just not really too versed, but I do agree with you. I do think that they do have some of the same characteristics as say a Hitler or a Stalin. I don't think it's just that extreme, but it is getting to that point. I do see where you're coming from. But I just don't think it's that extreme. To say that they're like these people or have same values like them, yes, but to say they are them, no. Lesbian or gays and radio, what? Ponder you legal mostly? Hello chatter, how's it going? What's up, Cheshire? What's up, girly girl? Anyways, lesbianism is way better than gay coming from a biased lesbians. Like money is the root of all evil. I feel like that I do think that the people that chase money chase a fabricated idea of what they believe society is, for sure. I think for you to chase money and believe that that is the one and only thing that will give you happiness, you are living a fake life and you yourself are a fake person. God cannot be human. That's just me, okay? God itself is not human. Yes, that is true. God was never anything to begin with. He himself was an entity. So that's not really a controversial opinion, I would say. Jesus, I feel like a lot of people discern Jesus and God to be the same beings, but they're not. These are two different beings, right? One is derived from God, but he himself was human, right? God himself was not human at any point. Call me Ms. or Miza. Okay, what's up? Your discourse is illuminating as your demeanor is enduring. Running so much is fun. Okay, you've been mentally compromised, brother. Become the 1%. I've been mentally compromised. I think I'm very much sane. I didn't understand what you were talking about. What's up, Zozo? Yeah, I may be born again, but I wasn't born again yesterday, so to say. Yeah, I may be born again, but I wasn't born again yesterday, so to say. I don't understand what that means. I feel like Christmas would find that controversial. Christians would find that controversial. Well, I'm Catholic, so I discern these are different people to me, right? So like God himself is his own entity and Jesus was his son, right? Jesus was derived from God, that he is the father of Jesus, right? But they themselves are not one and the same. These are two different beings. He's not Arab. No, I'm not Arab. I am Colombian and Salvadoran. So I would say more South American for sure. Jesus was Jewish. I just wouldn't say that. I don't think Jesus was really any religion himself. He just preached whatever God told him to, you know what I'm saying? I love your voice, thank you. Yeah, debate. What religion are you? I am, what's it called? A Catholic. Got Taco Bell money, what's up? What's up, Jackson? W Mod in the chat. What's up, Kira? Hi, Jackson. I'm Arab, that's why what you're saying is so strange because it's forbidden in Islam. What is forbidden? Do you remember Shik Shack Shock? Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm Baptist. Yeah, it makes sense. In Islam, their judge will be God, but they say Jesus Christ will be the judge in the same book. So are they saying that like they're one and the same, like Jesus Christ and God in the Islamic scriptures? Where's Jake? I don't know. Would you debate someone on anything for 100 million? I would debate someone for free. I think the papacy is fucked in the continuation power grab, if you will, of Roman emperor's divine right to rule. It's been corrupted since its founding. I'm guessing, are you talking about like just Catholicism? Bro, my dad sound like you, but deeper, I guess. Is there a way to make me a higher rank of mod? I want to rule over the other moderators. Gecko, no. You know what I went through to get this? Gecko, I do understand, but no, it's not needed yet. There is a way for me to make you a higher tier mod, but I'm not going to give it to you. No one has that ability yet, I'll tell you that much. So you're on the equal playing field as all the other people. Just read about Islam. I will. I mean, my roommate is actually Muslim. So, no, there's no application at Gecko. Are you gay, way? No. Gay on that way. No, I'm not gay. But I respect all gay people. All the LGBTQ, I fuck with them. You know what I did to get this? Jackson did a lot to get this. He fucking was in a cahoot, man. So when the Romans took over and did the bad stuff back in the day, were there like other people who didn't, that you got to be more like, you're saying a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't really understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how people believe in that, bro. Let me see your roommate. No, my roommate's not here. He's in Houston right now. We're from Houston, so he's back home right now. Dude, your hair is cooked? I don't think so. Bro knows where I can watch free movies. I need to watch John Wick 4. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about piracy, but if you really want to find pirated movies, you definitely can. Stop being rude, guys. I don't think like anybody's being rude, to be honest. Bro, what deodorant do cholos use? Suave Ordoles. I feel like there should be no school in this world because practical life is everything that they don't teach. No. I mean, there should definitely, if you're arguing that there should be no school or no education in general, that's just wrong, right? There must be some type of educational system in order for everybody to fundamentally be on the same page in terms of literacy and functional ability. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense, right? Why you have people that go to school and all of us are legally meant to go to school. Yeah, you laughed at orderless. You're not kind of cute. Okay, I guess we are not being rude, but I said gay and lis people are so ill. I get what you mean. I think that's where a lot of people differ from, especially my point of view. You know, even though I am, even though I am Catholic and, you know, I am religious, I don't completely like blockade anybody and or try to convert people to be straight or heterosexual, you know. I feel like that in itself is wrong. If you truly want to believe in Christ or believe in whatever you want to believe in, it should be something that comes from yourself and within. And for anybody to convert for any other reason is just said to be wrong in within the scriptures or whatever teachings that they teach you, right? So unconditional love, you are blessed, bro. The world is crazy. Definitely 100%. Mexico beats South Africa. Shoot, I mean, Mexico's pretty good. Yo, man, what's up? Do you have a minute to spare? If you do, please know that God loves you and that you have a God-blessed day. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. The red cards. I didn't say about education, but school is not only a place to get education. It's not limited to exam practical when we can learn more. I do agree with you that the school system is flawed. I think the way that it works, though, is like, I think they're starting to do it now, but it's like, I think high school is fine. I think the way that high school functions right now is completely fine. Hey, we have this guy spamming mods. Please time it out. Please time him out. Please time him out. Anyways, I do think school is very much flawed. The reason why it's flawed is because exactly what you're saying. I think basically anybody can learn a practical skill and they can learn it very well. So I think instead of having such a thing as like a 4-year education such as college, have like a 2-year program or something like that. Instead of making a bachelor's degree be 4 years, make it 2 years. and then allow people to get a general education, and then whatever job they want to pursue, they learn that job in that job. Because at the end of the day, anybody can really learn how to do any type of job because it's a skill. Skills can be learned and taught. What cannot be taught is your personality and your attitude, right? If you have a good personality and good attitude, you can be taught anything. So I think that's where you kind of have to lower down the years or the time that it takes to actually get eligible to even get certain jobs. Stop calling him gay. He's not. That's how it is. I don't care. I don't care if you call me gay. Yeah, my controversial opinion is that controversial questions are dumb and just used to find common ground and get a yeah reaction. That's just not true. Controversial questions and controversial opinions is how change happens. Those uncomfortable questions, uncomfortable answers that you receive are where growth actually spires from. And to not make or have any questions or answers that feel weird to you or feel uncomfortable to have just means that you don't care about growth in general and don't care about the overall health of your relationships or the society. What's up, Malik? I need sleep so I can continue studying. Have a nice day. I'll see you, Zozo. See if I agree with you. I prove my point. How does that prove your point? You just come to agree with me because I debated it, or I sold you on my opinion. That doesn't mean anything. What your statement was, Jordan, was that the controversial questions were dumb. But if we come to an understanding, then it's fine. Yeah, we would have common ground, but it doesn't make the question stupid. What your argument was saying fundamentally is that the question itself is dumb because we come to the same common ground, but it's because of the question that we get to a common ground. You understand? If we never asked that question in the first place, there would be no right or wrong. You know? What's up, Chloe? What's good, Chloe? Love eyes. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm in a talking mood. I'm ready to continue yapping, man. Let's go ahead. Give me some more questions. I think controversy brings answers that we would otherwise avoid 100%. That was my whole argument, right? If you want to grow as an individual and you want to grow in your relationships, you want to grow in your social groups, and whatever social structure you're in, you need to ask controversial questions because that is the only way that growth can happen and transpire is through those uncomfortable answers, for sure. And coming to a common ground is just a part of that, you know? So Jordan, I mean, you should think about that, man. If not, I mean, you're good to stay with your opinion too. At the end of the day, I'm just voicing my opinion, my actions, my thoughts. So it doesn't really matter too much whether you believe me or not. Obviously, I would want you to believe me, but if you don't, it's fine. I get what you're saying, but what causes it to be uncomfortable? Right, controversial is very perspective. What I'm talking about whenever I say uncomfortable is like, let's say for instance, like you're with your partner or something like that, your significant other, and they do something that you really don't like. That would be a controversial opinion that you have because it would basically kind of hurt or damage the integrity of the relationship if you were to possibly bring this up to that person. But in order for y'all to grow as individuals, you need to have those conversations, right? So that's where it could be uncomfortable. It doesn't mean it has to be uncomfortable. I'm saying just in most scenarios, they are uncomfortable things, right? It's like talking about like, let's say for instance, something fucking crazy, right? Let's say my controversial opinion is that like, what's it called? Let's say I want, what's it called? Fucking, damn, what is it called? I don't even know. Like, let's say I want like bestiality to be legal or something like that. In my opinion, is that like bestiality should be legal, right? That would be an uncomfortable realm to talk about and to be a tiptoe around, you know what I'm saying? But that's just a random thing. I could be talking about anything, right? Could you shout out my little brother, Dixon Myers? Okay, buddy. Bro, these loading screens need to fuck off. Would you say that we have a controversial relationship even though it's in a drop in time? No. I mean, what controversial relationship do we have? The only relationship that has been created here is that I'm the streamer and you are the chatter. There's nothing controversial about it. The only thing that would make something controversial is you believe that you don't know who I am fundamentally, but all I am to you is the streamer, the person that is on your phone, so there's nothing controversial here. Maybe it's perspective to you, it feels controversial, but at the end of the day, like, I think the majority of people would agree with me. Have you heard of Cat's Eye's new song and collaboration? I don't really listen to Cat's Eye. Anyone can have opinion on a thing that is whatever. We should respect each other 100%. I agree that we should 100% agree with each other. I think that the only way that we come and grow as individuals is coming together, right? What's up, Jason? Why? Thanks for being rude. What? Right? If you want a little bit of like where I come from in terms of like my values, right? I value a lot community. Community is probably the biggest thing. I also think that these conversations, right? These opinions that you have, they should be able to be said, without any backlash, without any violence. Like, we should be able to argue without it being violent, right? Because fundamentally, we are different people at the end of the day, right? Me and you think completely different. We have a different perspective on life. So how are we meant to agree on certain things if we don't talk about it, right? And if your automatic response is to become violent, then you basically already lost the argument. Is controversial itself, and how can it be reliable? See, the issue when it comes to anything that's mental or that's questioning is that everything is from the perspective of the person, right? The way that people try to rule out this thing is by going with the general opinion, right? That's why we say in every single scenario, or at least in the theoretical sense, everybody loves theoreticals, but the issue with theoreticals is that usually they give you a one-off answer where like basically the only thing that you could answer is the certain answer that the actual person wants, right? But given the general response, it's usually something different, right? So theoreticals are not very much theoretical. It's more like it's kind of more like a trap to get people to agree with you in a sense. Like, let's say, for instance, I'm like, hey, like, I think it's cool to kill people. And then my theoretical was like, oh, but this person was chasing me with a gun. All I could do was defend myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it in a scenario where like my only option was to kill that other person. Otherwise, I would be dead. As much as it is that is Tuesdays, now people can't handle other people's opinions. I 100% agree. That's part of the issue with a lot of people in society, is that a lot of people don't have the patience or don't have the mental capacity to understand and to dissect the things that other people say, and that's a big issue, right? But maybe that goes into play with the loss of creativity in years and the loss of literacy, and I think people just don't care anymore, right? Which is just a really bad thing. They call Gen Z one of the laziest generations, but I do agree, but at the same time, we're the most diverse generation, because not only do we have some of the laziest people, but we also have some of the most hardworking, right? You're nice looking, man. I appreciate that, Leslie. Paige, it's called Iconic by mistake, and they collaborate with, okay, I got you. That's the Kai SI. As much as it's true now, oh yeah. Hi, Adrian, what's up, Gigi? Yeah, what's up? Just another yapper? I guess, bro. Thank you for chatting, man. That's all I care about. Mexico, vamos. Let's go. Did they just win? Shoot, I didn't know. I just broke up with my boyfriend today. That's what's up. I understand your statement, but I was saying that without the use of theory involved, but thank you for the delegation. Oh, okay. Mexico 1-2-0. Okay. Shit, that's good. Exactly as us Gen Zs have broken more toxic cycles than any generation ever has. Yeah, I think it makes sense, because it's like, in order to have such high highs, you must have low lows, right? It just makes sense. Adrian, are you gonna replace me at all? No, I don't plan to. Anybody that is a mod now, I don't think I will ever replace them. The only instance I would ever try to replace you or think that you shouldn't be needed, or is if like you're just weird. But I don't think you're weird. So Adrian, me and my friend are watching you. That's what's up. Appreciate it, G. What's my controversial opinion? My controversial opinion, I don't think it's controversial. I would just say that I think people care too much about themselves. I think the large majority of people just need to be more empathetic And you know, it's in our nature to be selfish, but I think we should try to fight it as much as we can. You can be selfish in some ways, but it overall doesn't help you to be selfish, because you can accomplish so much more with the advice or with the community of people. You know what I'm saying? I think people's ego is way too high, and instead they should actually care about helping out the community, and thus that kind of helps them out as well. So if you are truly selfish, then your mission should really be to become the most known or most loved person in society. I feel like that is more selfish. And if you were to do anything, even if you feel like you're doing it for selfish intent, you're still helping all the overall community. So you good, bro? I'm great. I'm fucking great. Looking good, man. I appreciate it. Jesus doesn't love him. He just wants to be friends with him. What? I'm going to baby shower on Saturday. My cousin's gonna be there. I'm so happy because I'm thinking it's a boy. I'm so happy. Can't stop thinking. That's what's up. Adrian, my internet sucks. I feel you. Yeah, I totally agree. Yo, who's your favorite moderator? Gecko. What are these questions, man? I don't have a favorite moderator. Am I Spedgar? What does that even mean? What's good? What's up, P. Clark? Hello, hello. What's up, Silly Princess? I'm back. What's up, Gecko and me? I think I like everybody for their own certain traits. I think Gecko is really nice. AJ's been my day one. Jackson is just the Taco Bell guy. You know, without fail, I know Jackson is gonna ask me, do I have Taco Bell money? And one of these days, I'm gonna tell him that I do. It is selfish to solely help your community. You're just talking selfishness is directing it to people who would be selfish for others instead of yourself. It is selfish to solely help your community. You're just taking selfishness and directing it to the people that you would be selfish for instead of yourself. That's like low-key what I started talking about in the end. Like the more that I was thinking about it, the more I was thinking that the people that actually would want to be loved or be known by the community or help the community would be the actual people that are the most selfish, because they're doing it because they know what type of reaction it would garner. So I do agree with you, Jordan. Girth, do I protrude girth? Is that what you're saying? What's up, Kayla? Hey there. Since you're using a translator, I won't write in English. It's all good. You can write in whatever. My internet sucked really bad. It's okay, Gigi. I can keep going in your lives. Yeah. What's up, Delilah? Give me more of your opinions, man. I'll keep going. I'll keep yapping. How do you feel about Bonnie Blue having a kid? How am I meant to feel? It doesn't matter, bro. I think that's kind of what I was getting at earlier. Like people should just not care too much. Like at the end of the day, Bonnie Blue having a child means absolutely nothing to me, and I just don't care. At the end of the day, I wish the best for that child. I wish the best for that family. At the end of the day, it doesn't concern me, and all I can hope for is that those people do the best that they can. Did you vote for Trump or Camilla? I didn't vote at all. If you want my true, honest answer, you look Mexican, right? I mean, I'm not Mexican. Do I look Mexican? People tell me, but I personally don't think I look Mexican. Not in a weird way, but you have a really nice smile. I get that a lot, actually. I don't know why people say that, but I low-key don't. I don't see it like me, but other people say you're cute though. I appreciate it. Yeah. My opinion on that with Trump and Camila, or Kalima, sorry, is that why are you seeking the opinions of others? Is it to build yourself to understand and obtain wisdom? Yeah, I would say that second question, definitely. Is it to build yourself to understand and obtain wisdom? Yes. Yes. That's why I ask other people questions. I think that's why I've always been so questioning. If you want a real deep dive into my intellect and how I truly think, I think I've always struggled with finding out who I am myself. And when I was younger, I would formulate questions and ask people certain questions about myself because I truly didn't understand who I was as a person, and I created a version of myself that was made directly from those opinions and those answers that I would receive from other people. As I've had my own relationships and had to think on my own, I've had to formulate my own character in myself. But that itself was where I was coming from whenever I was young, for sure. What are you doing right now? What time is it? I'm just talking. You're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. You look like the Dr. Pepper guy. No, that guy looks a lot more, what's it called, Asian. Um, what are you all doing right now? What time is it for you? To where you are? It is 6:27. I am, why is your hair black? It just is based off the gene pool of my parents. I was gifted or more so created with this gene. And now I have black hair. Yeah. My opinion is that we don't see the same colors 100%. That's just true though. You know, some people's irises, some people's eyes literally just cannot see certain colors to such a degree, right? That's why they say that women on average see more colors than men, and that's because their eyes are more developed to actually see more colors. That's a true statement. What strand of African American are you? I personally don't know if I'm African in any regard. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. What's your favorite energy drink? I stopped drinking energy drinks at all. I just didn't want to, what's it called, continue to intake a lot of caffeine. I feel like that is overall a bad thing. Why are you sitting in a chair? It's just what I decided I wanted to do right now. That's really my answer. Would you say you need questions to find yourself, or would it be possible to never ask and simply learn yourself, who you are, which is more real, the one who asks and finds, or the one who never seeks? You want my real controversial opinion? I think we'll always be fake. I think at the end of the day, all of us are somewhat fake, and all of us are always going to be fake in some regard, because the only way that we can truly understand who we are as people are through other people's opinions of ourselves, because we cannot truly understand who we are as ourselves. And whenever I was talking about who I was as a person and who I created myself to be when I was little, the conversations that I was having was not with actual people, what it was with myself. I would talk to myself, and from myself, I would try to discern who I was. But fundamentally, since I do not know myself, and I was discerning from my own beliefs, my own thoughts, I then created a version of myself. But I know that that self is not necessarily real, if that makes sense. Like, I know I'm inherently fake, if that makes sense. But I think it's because I know that I'm somewhat fake that makes me real. But that in itself could have its own arguments or whatever. Deodorant is illegal in India and it's punishable by death. I just know that's incorrect, bro. What's up, my dog? What's up, Amino? What's up, Grace? How I see myself in 5 years? You know what's crazy? I actually haven't been asked that question in a long time. Where do I see myself in 5 years? If you were to ask me that when I was 15, 5 years ago, I really thought that I would have been a lot more successful than I am now. Not that I'm not, I guess, successful now, but I had such big dreams and aspirations that, I thought so highly, and I had such big ideas about who I could be and what I wanted to do. This kind of goes full circle now, and my thing is that I want to just grow. I want to be a better version of myself. That is overall the 5-year plan. If I can be more happy and have more deeper relationships, that's all I want in the next 5 years. That's what I would want, truly. Everything else, I have no idea. My dad told me that if I keep drinking energy drinks during the final exams, I'll forget everything I studied. Is he serious, or is he just telling me to stop drinking them? Nah, he's definitely just trying to psych you out to not drink them. You will not forget, but overall, like, drinking a lot of caffeine is just not good for your body. Your heart palpitations would just start becoming erratic, and that is just overall really good, because then you're more likely of having heart attacks probably. What do you want to become? I want to be free, in whatever sense that is. Maybe you need sadness to obtain more understanding of happiness, right? That's the whole fundamental idea of, good and bad, right? You can only have good if the bad exists, right? I would say that the reason I may perceive myself as a very positive person, but that's because all of my thoughts are stemmed from very pessimistic beliefs. I believe at the end of the day that I'm my biggest critic, and I've always been. And that is why I now lead myself in such a happy lifestyle, because I know all the bad things that I could have been told or said or could have done. Uh, I think it's kind of like the self-assurance that my brain has created. What's up, Amelia? His name is Adrian. Yes, my name is Adrian. Aren't you free now? No. I don't think any of us are free, in a sense. You are trapped by some type of, whether it's job, whether it's by location, whether it's by money. The way that I want to be free is at least in a financial way. I've never chased, I'll say this. I've always chased the money because I know that our society is surrounded by it, and it only works because of it, right? But money itself is fake, and the people that I've seen chase it are too, right? So yes, I do want to be financially free, but what does financial freedom give me? Financial freedom gives me the ability to live a free and healthy lifestyle, if that makes sense. And that's what I think free is to me. I want to be able to, have my relationships with my family or my friends, and or garner new ones just off a whim. Not everybody can be able to do that, whether it's their insecurities, whether it's their ideas, whether it's their morals that stop them. I want to be somebody that can not only talk to anybody, but relate to anybody, that can be in any place. That's what I feel like freedom is. I feel like once you're free, there's another cage outside of you, of the one that you broke, and it keeps going cycle until death. I agree with you 100%. I don't think I could ever be truly free, because then I'd be held down by some type of chain, which it could be my government, right? I'm a citizen of this domain. That means that by any sense this country claims me, right? Then I'm also claimed by them, and thus I'm not technically fully free, right? I don't know how old you are, but I'm 17. Please give me some advice on how to grow. Don't. The translation is awful. Why didn't it turn out like this for me? Working 12 hours a day ain't bad if you make good money. Yeah, but is that a way to live, right? I can work 12 hours a day, but am I experiencing life, right? There's a difference between existing and living, right? Living for me is being able to experience life. It's different pleasures and its opinions, right? But if I'm just existing, right, all I'm doing on a day-to-day is doing the same exact things, am I truly living? I'm not, right? My question was strange. The translation came out in a weird note. No, I understood your question. My advice to you, first off, I would say my biggest advice, right? And I would say don't necessarily seek out advice to people that are necessarily older. Older does not mean wiser, right? I think experience is what builds, wisdom. My advice is just to trust yourself. If there are certain things or dreams that you have that you really want to aspire to do those things. If you believe there's something right and that you want to do that thing. Do that thing because you believe it's true. And by that regard, you'll always feel a lot better because you're doing the things that you truly think mean something to you. I would just say trust yourself. Trust yourself and stay confident. That's really it. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. What is one thing that always uplifts you when you're when you're at your lowest? I'm gonna tell you something that I've done ever since I was little. I told myself ever since I was in middle school, so maybe around 12 to 13, that I was always going to be successful. And I don't think it's necessarily a thing. It's just been ingrained in my body now. At some point, I have now told myself, or I've now lived in this philosophy that no matter what, as long as I continue to work and continue to do the things that I believe in, that I would become successful. And that's just something that the majority of people cannot do. My controversial opinion, a person's actions during conflict reveal more about them than their actions during happiness. 100%. I don't even feel like that's an opinion. I feel like that's a very good statement. I agree with that overall. 100%. Because, you know, in most cases, right, people are more blinded by the sinful things or the things that are malice or wrong, right? So like anger and rage, right? People get blinded by that, and thus their true intentions, their true, you know, instincts come out, and who they are at their core subconsciously starts to come out, right? Where in happiness, it's a conscious decision to be happy. Even if it's like an innate response, it's like happiness itself is only created from the anger. What's your opinion on 6? Psych? I forgot to say that. I'm psych, by the way. I don't know. Wait, why did you delete his message? Oh, you deleted your message? Peace upon you, my friends. Bananas are really cucumbers. They sat in heat too long. No, that's just incorrect. Zania, yeah. Zozo, you should definitely go to sleep. You're right. Everyone thinks that you have to do things to wait. Sorry. You're right. Everyone thinks you have to do things to do happy, not knowing that happiness might just be the fuel that helps you do anything and everything. I'm deaf. Please give me a peace sign. Peace. Hello? I don't know. I forgot. I used to know some sign language. When I was little, my mom taught me some sign language, but it's been a long time. Bye, nice to talk to you. See you, girly girl. Nice to meet you. You're finding what you seek. You strengthen my obligation to learn myself. Iron sharpens iron. 100%. I think the only way that we do grow is by becoming obsessed with learning and becoming obsessed with being great in whatever regard that is. You know, I'm done with school now. I just have national exams left. These are the ones that will get me into university with 3 weeks left and I'm finished, but I don't feel like I finished. What does the hoodie say? This is just Converse. The brand Converse All-Star. It's difficult for me to speak in English because I'm used to Korean. I think if you type in Korean, I will probably be able to, it would auto translate for me, so I should be able to talk to you if you have any difficulty speaking. Gecko, why are you sad? Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Tanya. Tanya? What's up? Why you sad? Yo, what's up, Jacob Skills? Anagacio, yes sir. My teammates were bullying me and hurting my friend at my soccer practice. It's okay, Gecko. That's how it is sometimes. Adrian, nice hoodie, I appreciate it. Oh no, Gecko. When does the stream start? The stream has already started, man. We've been live for 43 minutes. Ask me some questions. Give me some of your controversial opinions, guys. Never mind, my mom said 20 more minutes. All right, what's up, Ms.? Said hi. Well, that's not tough. What's up, Cabin? Said hi. What are you talking about right now? I'm confused. Nothing. I'm just talking about I'm just saying hi to the people in chat. I'm waiting for another question or another response. I want to stand up, but they do like wrestling and stuff, and I'm just a stick figure. Just say what you want. If you feel like, I mean, I'm guessing you're at a soccer practice. What's it called? There are probably parents around or anything, so if you feel like you're gonna get attacked or anything like that, just confront them around the people that might be able to defend you. You should be fine, man. Just tell them. Most of the time, a lot of kids are just they're just as scared as you. So if you were to say something, they're just gonna be like, all right. Welcome Kinta Live. What's up? What if our own body parts falling asleep as well? is what we feel when we actually sleep at night. Uh, uh, I don't really know what to say. Can you end stream on board? No. You need to strengthen your personality. You only strengthened my personality when I was upset and decided to become stronger. 100%. I wouldn't even say, I think personality is the wrong word. I would just say mindset. Mindset or philosophy or whatever. I got you. Do you believe in success, do you believe success but an immature mindset is better, or a wise man who is not successful? Why? See, I feel like your question, I get where your question is coming from, but Amelia, but I would say that the wise man, if we're talking about success, maybe he's not successful to society, but in his own mind, he feels like he is rich, if that makes sense. That's what separates a lot of wise people from immature people, is that they themselves, maybe they don't have a lot of things, but the things that they do have mean a lot to them, and thus they feel rich, right? So I would say maybe frame your question a little differently, but I guess, take the wise man who is not successful. Maybe not successful traditionally, but his wisdom is what makes him rich and makes him feel rich. And that's, at the end of the day, what matters. It was an unanswered question, but a good response. Please subscribe, don't like, comment, double tap. What's up? Hi, is there a Korean guy on stream? Tell him "Annyeonghaseyo." Annyeonghaseyo. Annyeonghaseyo. I know that's hello in Korean. I feel you. The sensation of body parts falling asleep is just caused by decreased blood flow. It's not related to sleep. No, I know that. That's why I was kind of confused about what you were trying to say. What's up, Ali, family vlogger? What's up? Oh my God. What's my name? My name's Adrian. Let's see. Oh, welcome. His name is Adrian. Types it. What's up, Jay? Everyone should just respect each other, even if we don't agree what they do. There is life. Yeah, I think. I guess if you want another controversial opinion, I think my other controversial opinion is that people care too much about the kind of externalities of what people are. I think what matters more is just the personality, the actions, and the morals that a person has, right? So like, I don't care if you're gay, if you're trans, if you identify as a dog or a fucking cat. You can be whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I don't say that because I'm trying to be rude or that I'm trying to undermine who you are as a person. I'm telling you because it just doesn't matter. You're white, you're black, you're a woman, you're a man. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're all people. We're all trying to figure out this one life that we all have. You know? Does God exist? I believe God exists. I had a conversation with Amelia about this. My overall answer was that you cannot create nothing with nothing, right? So in order for there to have been something, in a complete empty void is something that isn't like us and that we cannot comprehend, right? Real blood, the idea of God exists, therefore it could be. Wow, W speech. This isn't even a speech. This is a conversation. Don't think that this is meant to end. The speeches have ends. This is an open-ended conversation. This could go on for hours, days, weeks, months, years, and eternity. I'm ready. What's the right gender? There is no right gender. I just told you that I didn't care. In a perfect society, there is no gender, and people are not garnered by gender. The only thing that would matter is just who you are as an individual. You look like my girlfriend, I guess. Consciousness is something out of human understanding. I think what a lot of people think is conscious is being aware. Conscious is being aware. Conscious just means that you are aware of your surroundings. Maybe you're thinking about like subconscious, right? Subconscious, you are aware, but maybe it's not your mind, it's just your actual body itself that is still conscious, but it's not your actually brain itself. Ideas can be fiction. They can exist, but not in a real, but not real in a physical sense. What pets do I have? I don't have any pets here. I do have a dog at home, but I notice that you are being lenient with people whose words don't make sense. I mean, what does he think a girlfriend is? His girlfriend is a joke? Yeah, I don't understand either. You know, but people do things because they want to garner certain reactions out of people, but I just don't pay them any mind. I meant in a spiritual way. Re-ask your questions. I don't know what you're talking about. Why do women have a different world championship in chess? Um, you want my honest answer? My honest answer, the reason why we have separation from men's and women's divisions is because we are different. We are different. Like, you could even say that we're different species in a sense. Like, we're just different, right? Do you think animals are better than friends than humans, and animals can understand what your feelings are inside? No, I don't believe animals are better friends because they don't really understand you as a human. And that would, even if they were the same, even if they had the same intelligence, if not more intelligence than us, an animal would never understand what it is to be human. So they just could never be. This is all theoretical, right? Maybe you have a better relationship with an animal than you do in a human, but theoretically you would always have a better relationship with a human because you can fundamentally understand that human more than you would ever animal. Do you believe there are elites who secretly control things in the world? There are. That's just open and wide. That is the truth. There are elites that do secretly control things in the world, and we're saying one of them, right? We're saying Donald Trump, right? No shade to Donald Trump. I don't know if you're listening. If you are, you're probably listening, right? Maybe not him specifically, but people in the U.S., right? Donald Trump, for instance, utilizes his power, and he's basically kind of utilizing the U.S. government as a tyranny in order to get people into power that would just be lackeys for him and speak for him, right? Unfortunate how things are working like that, but it's how it is. Do ASMR, not gonna lie? Nah. I learned more English, everyone. What's up, Stray Kids? Bro's a philosopher, dead ass. I mean, if you ever get the opportunity to, you should watch some of my videos. I talk about things kind of like this, a little similar. He is a realizer, maybe. Do I like art? I love art. I love art. I think there should be more art. At the end of the day, right? Someone, I forgot who his name is, but he said it best. We created robots to be the people in the warehouses, not for humans to be the people that are in warehouses and have the robots create art. We should have humans create art, create more creativity. That is the thing, is that is not replicable, right? Our minds, the way that our minds function, our creativity, right? The responses, the automated things, those can, that's easy, right? But the creativity, you cannot replicate that. You're very soft-spoken, just soothing to hear your voice. I can listen to you all day. That's cool. You're an artist? That's what's up, Nifty. If God created the universe, then who created God? If God can exist without a creator, then couldn't the universe exist without one too? Then why couldn't the universe exist without one too? So, like, think about it like this, right? If let's think about the question: chicken or the egg, which came first? A lot of people say the egg, right? Then it creates the chicken, right? But in order for there to be eggs in the first place, you need to have the chicken, right? I'm more so the person that believes the chicken came first, right? I get what you're saying. You're basically utilizing my same argument against me, right? But at the same time, I think that in order for there to have been anything, there must have been something at some point, right? And if there was absolutely nothing, then there must have been something that was at least in a higher intellect or higher being in general to have been able to create something out of completely nothing, right? I think these entity, right, or possibly entities live in this fourth dimension that we're not able to see, right? These are fourth dimensional beings that have created this three-dimensional world, right? Well, in my case, I believe in one being, but a four-dimensional being that has created this three-dimensional dimension, right? You know, whether you believe that is true or not, Amelia, I mean, that's up to you. Amen. Just Amber, what's up? I'd crack, I guess. God is real because if you go back in the series of events, it's either infinity or there must have been a cause, and if there is a cause, it's God. Yeah, if it's a negative infinity, how do you combat a negative infinity, right? You combat it with another infinity itself, right? Which in this case would just be God. Tipping has gone too far. I think it's great to tip a server in sit-down restaurants, but they work hard and only get paid by tips. But girl, I'm not tipping because you took my order. Okay, look. I don't agree with you. Tipping has not gone too far. I think what is broken itself is the actual restaurant. You're making a special exceptions for God. Wait, sorry. I'll do it in a little bit. Wait, why did you deleted the tipping? No, I'll respond to the tipping. Give me a second. You're making a special exception for God. If something can exist without a creator, then why must why must that thing be God and not the universe itself? I do get what you're coming from, but I feel like the reason why my special exception is for God, because if God is who he is, right, then he himself is just the exception. He's something that we technically just cannot comprehend itself, right? And my assumption of the world, of the reality that we have lived in, is that it itself was nothing, right? In order for there to have been nothing and then something appeared, there must have been something that was just as equally powerful, right? That's what I was talking about with the negative infinity. If I have a negative infinity, the only way that I can combat that negative infinity is with an infinity itself. So maybe the universe itself is this empty void that then God, which is this other infinity, then combated and then created this environment itself. In terms of the tipping culture, but at the end of the day, like, if I don't know if you're very religious at all, right? But it is said that God is the beginning, the present, and the end, right? So like he exists throughout and is fluid within time itself. What's it called? In terms of the tipping comment, tipping has gone too far. No, tipping has not gone too far. What is wrong and what is broken itself is the actual restaurants itself. The reason why you have to tip, or why I ask you for a tip, is because these people are getting away with paying these people $2.13, I guess in Texas, $2.13 as a livable wage, because the tips are technically included in their paycheck, right? Is God outside of time? I'm saying God exists within time. So like, what's wrong is not the tips itself, but the wage, right? If in order to get rid of tips, you just have to pay everybody a higher wage, but then in itself you make your business less profitable. And they make that business more profitable by making their employees be work for less. If God exists, what stands between him proving his existence, if I'm correct, and the only obstacle he might have? The reason why God hasn't shown his existence, at least, right, is like in at least they've come to say that if he was to show himself or prove that he existed, then we would break. Like, our brains could not comprehend who God is or what he is, right? Please say my name if you're great. What's up, Soul versus Gay? Tips are 100% part of their wage. It's a sad suit they decide to make the minimum wage and get by based on the likelihood of the tip amount. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that tipping is overrated. It's that what's broken is the actual wage system itself, right? He knows the future, so God existed around time, outside of time. Maybe that's the right. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I guess to exist outside of time would also mean that you would be able to tap into time if you wanted to. So maybe, possibly. Subscribe, comment, like, double tap for Adrian's channel. Thanks, bro. What's up? What's up, Sucks? Hey, remember me? Oh, what's up? If God created time, space, and matter, he had to be outside of it and confines it to make reality. Yeah, I guess I would agree with you then, that God exists outside of time. Any more ideas? Any more opinions? Come on, guys, lock in, man. Shit, man, I've been yapping hella. Pull up in a thumb, in a thumb, in a thumb. Show me something, baby. What's up, guys? Nobody's talking to me anymore. Everybody got tired of me yapping. I guess it's getting to that point. The chat's not moving for me. Let me check to make sure that like my shit is actually working or not. I don't know why the chat's not moving. Nobody's saying anything in the chats. Let me see real quick. I'm gonna open my laptop to see if the chat is actually moving or not. Maybe it's my phone that's messed up. Always something, babe. What the fuck? Oh shit, there you go. I don't know why. I can't see anything. Oh shit. Okay, now it's working. Holy shit. Wait, did it just do that for y'all too? Yeah, I don't know. That was pretty crazy. wait. Okay. Our brains not being able to comprehend God is something that God omnipotence could get rid of. Maybe. It's not the fact that he's outside of time. He already experienced what would happen and what had happened, and he had happened. He's omnipresent on a plane of time, space, and matter. I agree. We love the yap, that smile, drink some water. Maybe I do need some water. If I can go anywhere in the world to visit, where would you want to go? If I can go anywhere? If I can go anywhere in the world, I don't know. I haven't really traveled that many places on the planet, so I would want to just try to go everywhere. I haven't really ever been to Europe. I haven't ever been to Africa. I haven't ever been to any parts of Asia. So, I mean, the major countries in those continents, I would definitely go. Wait, are we giving controversial opinions? Yes. What's your opinion? Give me my money. So will you marry me? No. I have no asphyxiation towards you. I have no romantic feelings for you. There's no, even on a logical level, there's no reason for me to marry you because I just don't know you. Adrian, that's your kitchen behind you? Yeah. What's my nationality? I'm American. I'm from the USA. What's my favorite animal? I don't know, man. I just always like dogs. I feel like you asked me this before, but I didn't know what to tell you. I just told you a dog. I've always grown up around dogs, though. These are horrible opinions. What are you talking about, Jordan? Are you even talking about like the other people in chat or what? Just questions? Oh, well, ask me more questions then, Jordan. Ask me more questions. If you feel like you can present me better questions, then tell me more. Give me more questions. Good thing they're opinions, Jordan. I like geckos too. Don't worry. Watching the live. Yeah. Man, what happened to my thing? Bro, I put my controversial opinion in chat. Say it again. I didn't see it. Bro, where the fuck? Oh, here it is. I'm like tweaking. Are you Mexican? No, I'm not Mexican. Jesus equals money. I don't even, that's not even an opinion. That's like a statement of just like doom and despair. My gecko's shutting right now. Where in the US are? Federal. No, just playing. I'm in Texas. If you could go anywhere in the world to visit, where would you go? I think I just told you that I would go everywhere because I haven't really traveled as much as I would want to. Conservatism is better than liberalism. It's just that Republicans nowadays add way too much crazy stuff. I honestly would need to brush up on those things to what's it called, like actually create a better opinion. Have you ever been to Albania? No, I haven't ever been. I would love to go though. If philosophy is a matter of opinion, does the lessons behind the questions matter? Is there an ultimate question that can be asked for all mankind? I think the best, if you want my actual opinion to is there an ultimate question that can be asked to all mankind, that question would be why? Right? It would be why. And to answer the first part of that question, if philosophy is a matter of opinion, does the lessons behind the questions matter? Yes and no, right? The reason why it's yes and no is because everything is garnered by the majority. The things that are said to be right are because of the society or the social organization that you are a part of, right? So some of the lessons that you've learned, philosophical lessons that you've learned based off your government matter, but only because you live in the society that you live in. People are scared of accepting God because of the media. Because of media, I just don't think. I think God has become bigger because of social media, and that's just the truth. Bro, you need a haircut? I mean, maybe. The only other country I've been to is Korea. Abortion is murder and violates the human rights of growing a human embryo. Okay, look, I'm Catholic, right? So in my religion, right, in my belief, abortions are just wrong, right? I'm pro-life for the most part. I do think that there are unfortunate situations where I feel like ethically, I think aborting would be the correct thing to do, especially with rape, especially when it comes to drug addicts or corrupt homes. Unfortunately, there are scenarios where it is better to live. It is better to have not lived than to have lived a horrible life. I have come to understand that. But I think in the general perspective, abortion should not be a widespread thing. You should not stop someone from having a child just because they don't want it, right? Aborting a baby won't unessay that woman. That is true, but imagine allowing a woman that has now been essayed garner a child when she is broken mentally. How can a mentally insane person grow somebody into a fully functional being? And yes, you can take that person out of that household, put them into a new one, but that is not guaranteed that they would have a good future. If anything, their future would then be faced with trauma and or hardships because of the world that they've now lived in, you know? But essay would end to add to having that child you never asked for is just salt on the wound. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Real bird, Uber blood clean, antioxidant. God loves you. God loves you too. Pregnancy and childbirth carry real medical risk, so people should have the right to make decisions about their own healthcare. I'm saying that too. Look. I never said to ban abortion. I don't think abortion should be banned. I just think in the general sense, there are scenarios where women have aborted children, even if these children are going to be happy and healthy and at no risk to their life. I do agree with you. I think in majority of cases, there should never be a scenario where you are going to kill a fully grown adult woman opposed to a fetus. That just makes no sense. If this woman's life is going to be obstructed and or taken because of this child, the child should be getting rid of. Because at the end of the day, if you cannot make that time come back, right? Somebody who has not existed is less valuable, in my opinion, than somebody that has already existed for a certain amount of time. I generally believe you cannot care for a child, do not have it, do not believe. You see, there's just so many different scenarios, right? I think everything is just based off opinion, right? I think in the majority of senses, the large majority of the abortions that do happen only because, not necessarily because women can't take care of the child, but it's because they don't want to, and that itself is the issue. For whatever logistics that come behind the actual health of the person, the household of the person, the mental capacity of this person, that stuff is subjective, okay? Based off wherever you live, whatever morals you've grown up with, that determines what you think is right or wrong. If you don't want a child, don't do that one thing that makes a child come into existence. That I agree with. All right. My sworn religion, I'm Catholic. Pull up in a thong, in a thong, in a thong. You are human from your experiences. A fetus doesn't have an idol of experience. It's like a fresh plain dough. It can be discarded. Yes, I know that sounds inhumane. It does sound inhumane, but I don't think it's wrong. I believe abortion should not be banned, but based on case. No, I completely agree with you. I think in life everything should be based off case, right? I think you treat things like that, right? Like abortion, like a legal matter, right? You have to propose the pros and cons when it comes to everything, right? And it's only case by case that decides whether or not you should abort a child or not, right? At the end of the day, everything is in best interest for two people. First off, the child, and then the person that is having the child, right? The overall question is about the pregnancy itself. Smoke. If you make it, you can break it. That sounds pretty crazy, but I guess, buddy. Brother is handicapped. He is completely not there, can look around, doesn't have experiences. Is he worthy of living? I wouldn't say it's even worthy about living. It's not about worthy about living. Wait, my brother is handicapped. He is completely, wait. My brother is handicapped. He's completely not there, can look around and what not. He doesn't have experiences to you. Is he worthy of living? Look, I'm not going to say, look, what you have now presented to me is a theoretical, right? Even if this theoretical is true, this is an extreme case where then the legality of things can change because of that extreme case. In that extreme case, that person is already alive. They've already lived. Their life is now valuable because of the time that they have now served. That is the difference. And they should continue to live. So good luck to you and your brother. He is worthy of living. Like, I'm talking about in the general sense, right? If we were to give, and that's why I said that theoreticals are just traps in all. They're traps. Physically handicapped, he was born that way. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but the thing is, like, right, the majority of people are not handicapped, right? So he himself was a probability. And then on top of that, it's these other probabilities that then have made him into who he is. And doesn't mean, according to you, he is worthy of life. He doesn't have an idle experiences either. I just told you that what makes him valuable is the time that he has served here now. Even if he doesn't have an idle of experience, he's now lived. I'm finishing writing my first story. That's what's up. Oh, nice background, Pookie. Jackson. If I was 12 and got pregnant without my permission, I would want the opportunity to get an abortion. Come at me if you will. I'm not mentally or physically capable of having... Wait, I'm not mentally nor physically capable of having and keeping a baby at that age. Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, I get that. I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Physically handicapped, right? He could still have experienced life. He has relations. You know, he's your brother. Yeah. Bye. Bye, Chloe. See you, Chloe. Pull up in a thong. In a thong. In a thong. No, you saw him, babe. What's up, Dylan? Point is, what makes us human is we're human. A fetus is a human and therefore worthy of life regardless of anything. Yeah, but you know, like, okay, look. First off, there's a big distinction between fetus and then human, right? And then this next thing is like, if every life is so valuable, right? Then why, you know, maybe this is an imperfect analogy, but then why do we eat eggs, right? Why don't we just allow all chickens to just become chickens, you know? Shouldn't be controversial, but God is not real in my opinion, and that Christianity today is a net negative for the world. I don't believe that Christianity is a net negative for the world, because even if you don't believe in God fully or at a fundamental level, the Christian beliefs, morals, and values are just good ways to actually just live your life. Eggs haven't been fertilized yet, so they're not real chickens yet. Yeah, I think it's different, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like, I don't know. It's just different. It is just different. What is this knowledge that you possess? I don't know. Some people would say it's not even good knowledge, but it's the knowledge I have. A fetus could not have existed without the mother. A fetus cannot have existed with a life without her. If she is capable of taking care of and holding a child, she is not to have true. A 1-year-old baby, I mustard and mango. That is not true unless you pick and choose parts of the Bible like you reject. What? What are you talking about? I feel like you're mad at me. What? Hey, can you get me help me out and get me a green card by marrying me? No, I'm not gonna do it. Nearly all crimes and are shades of gray. That's why we have court. Yes, that's true. That's not true unless you pick and choose parts of the Bible you like and reject what you don't, which is hypocritical. No one... Okay, look. Digital bath, like the Bible, I'm not... Have you read the Bible before? I'm not saying that the Bible is not necessarily filled with horrible things. All right, this is your perspective. But the Bible itself is basically an elongated, open-ended story. Do you understand that? All of these things that are in the Bible are literally just stories. These are stories that have some type of meaning and or lesson by the end of the story. These lessons have now become overall general understandings about how we live our life and how we should look at it. I'm saying that is good overall and it's not a net negative. Your response was it is a net negative overall. To not believe in God at all is a net negative in itself, because then you'll become a lot more nihilist, and instead of being a positive nihilist, you'll be more of a negative nihilist and just believe God or believe life is just meaningless in itself and thus lose the will to live. The only reason why you believe that life itself is better without Christ is because Christ has existed at all, you know? Look at it this way: you are tested between one person and another. Everything is something philosophy. Someone to bring to existence God. Question is God is the real. Yes, Jordan, I agree with you. Fate will made of my man. All right, I believe that we should stop focusing on the thing called science and only believe God and Jesus. No, that is incorrect. The Bible is the story of a man that can be solving on this thing called logic. No, that's just incorrect. Like for you to live a life that is not derived through logic just makes no sense. Like your Bible church, that way of thinking is just incorrect. You cannot just fully base everything based off belief. There are certain things that you can just believe in, but other things need to have some type of proof. All right, you know, otherwise, like, you wouldn't believe anything, right? Everything would be fake to you. What determines the worth of his life? What determines the worth of his life and what authority to choose your disabled brother? It's like children, regardless of your opinion. Human fetus is a human being. If they don't have the right to live, then you won't believe in human rights. All right, redeemed in human Christ, bro, and redeemed in Jesus Christ. Give me your overall opinion. Right? You're doing everything in parts. I want to just see the whole opinion. Primary reason for most worlds in all history are based off religion. Religion is used to control people. Christianity is most all hypocrisy. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that even if you believe, I'm atheist and nihilist and I'm okay with that, but sometimes I do question, because if you do not believe in life after death, it can get pretty depressing. Religion is a good thing. I believe it gives hope. Okay, digital bath. What I'm saying is, even if you believe Christianity, almost all of it is hypocrisy. Even if you think it's hypocrisy, your beliefs and your values are still stemmed from that Christian mindset itself. Overall, it's a net positive because its teachings and its lessons have become now social laws that we all abide by. Like, you probably believe that killing is wrong. That is something that was derived from the Bible itself, right? Nearly all crimes are in the gay. Yeah. Stuff to do, I agree. Should I subscribe? If you want to. I'm atheist. Yes, we talked about that. It is not human yet. It comes to cells incapacitated living by the mother. It's old enough to live alone. It's not human. I believe human rights are more. Okay, guys, I got into my money. My donuts. No, they're not. I do, but I'm not sharing. Are you Christian, bro? Catholic? Yes. Jesus mocked. Happy Pride Month. Yes, happy Pride Month, but also happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I don't got Taco Bell. What denomination, man? Bro, Catholicism doesn't have a denomination, bro. I'm just Catholic. We are absolutely tired. I am getting tired. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God. People can have morals without religion. People all over the world that have not been in contact with the Bible don't murder. Humans have social contract before Jesus' mortality is not stemmed from religion. Okay, digital bath. Let's talk, bro. Because what you're not saying is not wrong. The only thing I'm arguing is that Christianity or religion itself is a net positive. You said that is a net negative. I never said that people cannot live without religion. People can live lives and live great lives without believing in anything. All I'm arguing is that religion is a net positive overall. Do I believe non-believers will go to hell? Based off my beliefs, I would say I guess, but I don't think that those people are necessarily bad people. That is just based off the teachings that I have been taught, but I don't believe that those people are bad people. Like, respectfully, not from you. What? Jackson, do you want to talk about money? Approximately 119,000 men died by suicide in 2021. That is about 59 men every hour worldwide. Yes, we need to protect our mental health, and we need to continuously be mentally stimulated by having conversations like this. The only issue with our own values is that they are internally subjective, thus many of our moral ideas are subjective. Religion would claim their moral ideas are objective as it is from God. So you choose to accept parts of the Bible and reject the others. That is hypocrisy. I think that's just being human. To be a good believer in anything, you need to have doubts. Otherwise, because you cannot blindly just believe, right? Okay, wait. Also, I never said that I rejected parts of the Bible. When did I ever say that? I never said that. Have you seen me before? Who ate you? I mean, who are you? My name's Adrian. Do you live knowing most people will go to unimaginable pain for eternity? How do you live knowing most people will go into unimaginable pain for eternity? I just don't think about that. Because overall, I believe in... So you believe all the Bible, all of it, and reject none of it? I personally do not know every single thing in the Bible, so I can't tell you 100% for certain that I believe everything that is inside of the Bible. I can just tell you that I believe things that are in the Bible. If I was to reject anything, that doesn't necessarily make it hypocrisy. It doesn't necessarily make it any less real. That is just my beliefs. Because you can technically say anything is hypocrisy. Like, if you truly wanted to argue it, you could say everything is hypocrisy. Even life and existence itself. You seem pretty open-minded, bro. Respect. No, I mean, I will hear anybody out. I will hear anybody out. Like, I'm still talking to this guy, you know, a digital bad, because this stuff is just interesting to me. Like, I find it very interesting. I don't think, like, what we're doing right now is, I do not criticize those who are spiritual or believe in God, but I'm saying Christianity today's version is nothing but hypocrisy. And that's your opinion, that's your belief. Then you're completely valid to say that. I'm not gonna tell you or try to, get you to believe in Christ. That was never my mission in any of this talk. All I'm gonna tell you is how I believe, and if that's how you believe, that's good on you, man. I'm glad that you figured it out. If that's how you wanna live your life like that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why I'm saying, like, I mean, at the end of the day, something that has stemmed from my beliefs, whatever religious beliefs, is that we should just respect and love thy neighbor, right? If that's your belief, if that's your perspective on life, live that perspective. That doesn't affect me. That doesn't matter anything about me. That's how you want to live your life. Live your life like that, man. I fuck with it. If anything, I fuck with it. How do you not try to convince him to turn to Christ if you believe he's going to go to hell if he doesn't? Because it's his choice. At the end of the day, it's not up to me. All I can do is just preach, right? But I'm not forcing you, right? They teach as well that it should not be me submitting you into the religion itself. All I can do is just inspire you to become religious. But I don't feel like I'm going to force it down your throat until you are. That itself is where people use their religion as a weapon. And I believe that is wrong. I don't think people should do that. I appreciate that, and I feel like that way about people who you choose to believe. Do it if you all you want. Just make sure you keep it out of schools, and we're all good. I do agree with that. I do think that you can't push religious agendas in school unless that is the society and the government that you reside in. If your government or society that you live in, that social group, is that, then sure, right? If you go to school in a Catholic or a Christian school, just know that that social contract that you signed up for, that is what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But any normal public school, don't teach that. Adrian is a very good opinion holder, maybe. See digital, the version of Christianity, it changes, but God stays the same. People make mistakes over the generations, but God remains. People are hypocritical, God is not. Jordan, I would argue isn't true because if God is good, good is love. Then why would he choose to kill millions of innocent people every day? Yeah, but that. See, I feel like old people always say that. Like, I don't think God is good or bad. If you want my true opinion, I don't think God is good or bad. I think he just is. He just is. Uh, he just is, right? What he has pushed is what he believes to be good, right? Or believes that you should live your life. But the only reason why we have bad, or the only reason we have that good now is because there is bad, right? I do agree with your opinion, Jordan, what you're saying right now. First Amendment protects rights to not practice religion just as much as they protect right to practice religion. 100%. Colossal, I'd agree with you, bro. Have to remember you're basing your opinion based on subjective ideals. While you can, there is no evidence that is 100% true. What? Wait, what are you talking about? Wait, I didn't. What does Colossal say? It's not a choice if you don't know it's real. According to Christianity, people will go to hell for something they didn't know, which is just is not fair at all. Well, am I not preaching about like? Sorry, I'm like low key getting confused. If you say it again or say something again, I'll read it again. But look, I forgot. Basically, he argued that it's not right for people to go to hell for ignorance, but that's based off inherently subjective values, that it's wrong for an ignorant man to be punished. I mean, yeah, you can argue that it's inherently wrong for an ignorant man to be punished, but it is. I feel like it's inevitable that he, what's it called, faces some type of information like that, and he just wants to stay ignorant. Somebody that wants to stay ignorant is not inherently ignorant, right? I want food, sure. I'm 14 and Loki, I have no clue what you're talking about. You want to play Overwatch? All right, even if you tell us, I've been told my whole wait. George, even if you tell us I've been told my whole life about it, I know about it, but I don't know whether to believe it or not. I don't think I deserve hell or questioning it or simply not knowing. I mean, if you believe that hell exists, then you probably believe in some type of God. I think you're just confused about what religion or what thing you should be believing in. But if you believe in hell, then you must believe in some type of God or higher being. I think you're just a little confused, Colossal Horse. People in North Korea live their whole lives never knowing Christianity exists. That's just based off their environment. It's how it is. Right? I mean, at least in Catholicism, right? Like, they say that there's kind of three levels, right? There's this human realm, and then you kind of get into the intermediate, the limbo, right? And then from the limbo, then you're allowed to heaven or subjected to hell. it's a lot more subjective based off the life experiences and the things that these people have gone through, right? At least for me, right? My religion. Maybe Christians just automatically believe that people are subjected to go to hell. I don't. I think it. The decision is a little different. Uh, Jordan babies born in countries that never come in contact with Christianity get immensely painful diseases. I don't believe in hell. I'm just trying to understand the logics that get the whole hell thing is fair, but God is supposed to just be just. Digital, when Adam and Eve sinned, it was the world that had become fallen and corrupt. Sin is brought and death forth disease. Pestilence, so when babies get infected and pass, it is because of sin. Do you believe in Scientologists? No, that shit's bullshit. That's a fable. It's a story written by a man. I can give you tons of great fictional books. It doesn't mean anything. Maybe. Look, even if you believe that the entire Bible is fabricated, what is real is these people's beliefs. So even if this thing was fundamentally fake to begin with, it has now become real based off the beliefs of these people. What's up, Lean? Nobody wants to talk about how they were all wearing diapers during the Vietnam War. Couldn't leave a trace out there. That's why so many people hated vets back then. Shit, man. That's how it is. Only people is subjectively evil. I do believe that. Why are you wasting your own time? I don't think it's wasting time. Any intellectual conversation is valued. So I feel like I disagree with you there, Jordan. But I mean, I'm curious. AV Talks, I'd recommend you study logic and theology in general, not only Christian theology, but theology in general. Yeah, I'm interested to do everything. Adrian, when will you eat dinner, bro? Jay already knows that I haven't been eating, bro. What is your opinion on hate on Indies and especially all over North America, South America, UK, Scotland? Stereotypes, man. Stereotypes are powerful and they're also bad. There are a lot of evil stereotypes that have been curated, and it's just based off propaganda. All the hate stems from these stereotypes. That's literally it. And it all stems from comedy, right? People think that comedy or these things that are meant to be jokes, right? Isn't hurtful, but inherently the people that do make these jokes inherently do have kind of these beliefs, right? That's a fundamental thing, subconscious. That's why you guys get so much hate. I'm writing my first psychological drill. I'm working on understanding people thinking and having conversation. Having each character have their own belief is why they feel that way. That's cool, bro. I fuck with that. I'm bored, not from UADV though. I feel you. I feel you, Delilah. This intelligent conversation has turned into a religious debate. Even if this is still an intelligent conversation, even if it's a religious debate. Those things are one and the same. If you're using your comprehension in order to formulate your answers, then this is an intellectual debate. You, my dear, are going to bed to death from death to bed. I don't got one. The Indian stereotypes might be bad, but my friend sent me a video of actual poop of an actual poop war in India on Discord before, so I think that's not helping. But like the reason why people still have so much hatred is from the stereotypes, bro. There's things that Americans, any other country has done horribly, but because you live in that country, you're obviously biased to want to believe or want to be like, oh, like it's okay, like I'm American too, like it's whatever. Like we are also ugly and disgusting in our own ways, right? As long as people As long as people can get away with the argument that religion and the Bible should ever be in public schools, I will always advocate and argue for the complete freedom of religion at all. Well, Okay, I'm confused, Israel Bath, because what you do have is freedom from religion, right? The First Amendment right not only protects those that are religious, but those who aren't. So you yourself have your own philosophy, which some would say your own religion, that you don't believe in any religions at all. That is protected. You already have freedom. Maybe the freedom you're talking about is the people maybe pushing their ideas onto you, but that is just inevitable. Like, you just can't escape that. My friends say I'm done for not turning to Christ and not intelligent enough to believe it, and they saying I'm choosing to go to hell, but now I don't know if it's real or not. Colossal Horror, your friends are just idiots. I'm not gonna lie. Even if you believe in God, your friends should just not shit on you just because you don't believe in what you believe in. God himself, I mean, like, all of this is just, if you want my overall thing is that uh I think people should just be good people. Just be good people based off the values you believe in. That's literally it. Just try to do that, and I promise you, you'll be okay with life. Free Palestine. Touch it. No hate. 99% of people who are Christians, ask them if they want the Bible in schools, and they will all say yes, yes, yes. Of course, all of them want to push their own agenda. That doesn't make it right. Like, of course, these people are biased, right? But the whole point is not to ask Christian people to put Bibles in schools, right? You're asking a biased party then to make their biased answer. That's just, you're just doomed to fail. Like, well, they want their freedom, but they don't care about my freedoms. That is why I fight against religion. I don't think it's right to fight against religion. I think it's just, there are some people that just don't think about things like this, and then they kind of have like a flawed way, at least in my mind, they have a flawed way of thinking. I think you're just kind of fighting about these people's opinions. These people's opinions have just grown in numbers, which is what makes them more powerful, but it doesn't mean that it makes it right, right? It's like the same thing with the cultists, right? This whole cultist can garner up this whole religion and get all these people to become cult members, but it doesn't mean that this thing is fundamentally correct. What's up, Zozo? Grandfather, he's giving us time. Well, that's why you need people to fight against religion. If you don't fight against it, then they will get their way and push it into schools. Absolutely, they will fight. My thing is that I think you can fight, but you shouldn't be fighting against religion. You should be just fighting for freedom, right? Because to say that you're fighting against religion is going to make other people feel like you're having a wrong agenda when it comes to your actual beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think, what you told me yourself, that you don't believe that no religion should be allowed. You just said that you just want people to be like, to each their own, right? You should just fight for freedom, not to rid of it, not to be rid of it. It's one and the same right now. Maybe even if you think so, you still have to fight for it. Everywhere people talk shit about India, make fun of Indian, and keep saying that they took our jobs, but government invited and to give them 500. What? Oh my God. Jews and Catholics, great ally, brother, love from Israel. Love, bro. I love all people, man. Stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most Christians want to force their religions onto others because they view it as saving others from eternal damnation. Yeah, I think that's fundamentally wrong. I agree with you. I think that's wrong. I think it's important to preach, right? You can talk and you can try to educate people about what you believe is right, but you shouldn't force. That's where then the things change, right? Things are then wrong. Yes, brother, Palestine, not a country, Israel's land. my overall opinion is that there should not be violence in general. There should not be innocent people that are dying hundreds and tens at the day. Should not be doing that. Even if you believe in whatever you believe in. All of these should be done respectfully and not out of spite. Nobody needs to die for anything. Life itself is too precious. Life's Noob YT1. Hi, how you doing? I'm doing great. No death is good, but Israel is my country. I support my country. I mean, it is what it is, man. ADV, yes, based. He's giving his advice, but I don't know what the advice is. I'm not giving advice. I'm giving just my opinion. You can take it as advice, but it isn't necessarily advice. Can I speak Persian? No. What's the difference? Say you remove religion and impediment. Oh fuck, I can't speak. Your ideals, wouldn't that just replace religion with your own religion? Yes. Yes. You can't get rid of religion because to have any philosophical belief is a religion itself. Which is just, it's crazy, but it's true. Oh damn, I'm 13. Yeah. Jackson, you got Discord. Well, I love America, but I don't support deportation. You can have both and you can have both and eat your cake. You can't have both and have your cake and hate it too. Yeah, I don't, okay. Let me say this. I understand where they're coming from when they're, you know, talking about, what's it called? The deportation. I get it. I get the reasons why they're doing it. But the way that they're going about things is just very inhumane. I don't know why the US is so opposed to having more immigrants. That just doesn't make sense. We literally have built this entire country off of being immigrants. Us, these people here who have even colonized this state or this country are immigrants themselves. Like, it literally makes no sense. I think what you do is just make it easier to become a citizen. I mean, maybe not allow everybody to be a citizen, but to make it at least a little more viable or make it easier to become citizens, because then these people can become taxpayers and then contribute to the society. The biggest issue with people being immigrants and or, you know, is that they don't have papers, that they're not paying federal tax dollars and that they're just stealing money. That's their argument, right? But then if you know that immigrants, or at least these immigrants work very hard, right, to be and live in this society, why don't you make it easier for the immigrants to just become citizens? It makes literally no sense why you would just try to take them out. These people that work very hard and work fucking hard, they will fucking give you money to live here, bro. Deadass, they will give you fucking money to live here. Just literally make it easier. Oh, man. I don't know. If Israel was not in Palestine, there's other people would be fighting them. If Palestine was not there, replaced by another tribe, Israel would be fighting them. Yeah, but I feel like, look, not true friend, do research. It doesn't matter either. The two sides would be fighting for the land. I don't think anybody should be fighting. Yeah, I'm not pro deportation. I grew up in West Texas. I mean, I'm literally from Houston. Like, I don't think you should have violent deportation. Just what happened just happened to be Israel and Palestine. Okay. I'm honestly not very knowledgeable on the things that are going with Palestine and Israel. I'm just very much, you know, pro non-violence, you know. Hi, bro. How are you? I'm doing great, man. Holy shit, you're stupid. Ignorant as fuck. I don't even know what you're talking about. We free Palestine from terror. Who's ignorant? Oh, you're telling me it's stupid. He doesn't know what's going on. Are you a scammer? I try not to be. What is your only ambition in life? To be good. To be a good person. However I believe that should be. Are you trying to inform me stuff to do? How can you free something from terror from using terror itself? That is true. I believe that. Basically, Israel says Palestinians shouldn't be there because in their religion it was the land promised to them, and they went to war with Palestine. Yeah, but like, their religion itself probably doesn't tell them to kill and slaughter all of these people in order to reclaim their land. That just doesn't make sense. I'm hungry. I want shawarma. Shawarma is good. I think Expedition 33 is the most overhyped video game in all of history of Thief of existence. I honestly don't even care about Expedition 33, so you're probably right. How can I tell you I hate shawarma? We can't just let Palestine be run by terrorism. We liberate the people. Yeah, but like, what are you liberating the people? Like, that stuff. It was the land of the Canaanites, and the Israels are Europeans. They aren't even technically Israelis. History book. I deleted Instagram to study. I miss my Saudi friend. I feel like, do you know these shawarma people? Would you want to go bald now? See, that's the thing. If it was any other tribe of people, Israel would have fought against them as well. The same goes for Palestinians and religions. Doesn't really matter who or what. Jordan, I understand where you're coming from. I just don't think these people are. I think that these people aren't gonna really understand. But I get where you're coming from. I agree with you. These people aren't terrorists. They are the resistance. What do you see? A man or a girl? Or are you joking? What? I feel like he's venting. Adrian, who's our governor? I don't even know. I mean, I'm guessing Ted Cruz, right? Or I don't even know. I honestly don't know. I don't keep up with politics as much as I should. I probably should become more knowledgeable about at least the Texas and the U.S. politics. Let him dance so he gets positive energy. America is Israel's greatest ally friend. Oh my god, man. Jackson, it depends on each state, right? The war is just pointless. This must be solved through a third power who is greater to both subdue both sides and decide what to do. Maybe I look you. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's a solution. Is it the right one? Maybe, maybe not. We feel like your mood isn't strong today. Put down the check. I feel like our mood isn't strong today. I'm just chilling. What's your name, boy? I forgot. My name is Adrian. I witnessed these things firsthand. Can you tell me yours? I still didn't get it. Who am I talking to? Anyways, American education at its finest. Wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking to Mista? Read a book instead of comments on YouTube and Instagram. I don't understand. I believe the U.S. should show their foreign affairs and focus on improving American quality of life. With all our money and power, Americans should have the best quality of life all around the world. Okay, I'll tell us a funny story, but give me a second.
Um, I think.
See, you know, we low key you know, we're allied with China, and you know, at least Trump hates on China a lot. But we should take a lot of things from China. Like China, literally, all they do is try to help the people of their society. The issue with the U.S. is that instead of helping them help their people, they're helping themselves. I think the government would really prosper and really benefit from an entire restructure, but that it will not happen with the people that are in office right now. You need to get young people in the office. Dead ass. That's literally it. Because because only young people really understand what it is to live in our society nowadays. Pull up in a thong, in a thong, in a thong. We need to get that 30-year press. Nah, maybe not 30 years old. I think we just need somebody that's like early 40s or maybe even late 30s. Somebody that is knowledgeable, that has grown up in these environments, understands the good and the bad. And then from there they can curate something, you know. You know. But like having somebody come in their first time ever as president at like fucking 70 or fucking 80, like these people are just worried about living their last days of life. Like, like what the fuck are we doing here? like, like dead ass, bro. I mean, maybe I could become somebody in a political atmosphere, but nah. It seems like a lot of work. That's the type of responsibility I don't want. And I talked about freedom, and in order for me to achieve that goal, I could not be in that type of profession. Thank you. Thank you to Jay that blessed me. Old people make life for old people and don't have to live through the consequences. Exactly. I agree. Sending 1 million epic donation now. Man, I wish that y'all could send me anything if you guys really wanted to. It would really help me out. Maybe I would actually have some Taco Bell money for Jackson, man. What's my opinion on AI? You know what's actually crazy? I actually made a video on AI. I'll actually show you the video. It's called AI Has Taken Over and Conquered. I'm gonna play the first 1 minute of it, and I just want you to listen to some of the things that I've said. All right, give me 1 second. AI has taken over and conquered. I want you to understand what that means. I do. AI has came, and in the past 5 years, it's grown to a scale where sometimes I can't even see the difference between an AI generated video and a real life video. Your idea of a website, an app, or any existing company that has a product can be replicated in mere hours. Do you understand how crazy that is? And do you understand what that means for our society? As a person that was born in Gen Z, I feel the luckiest to have been able to grow up and live in a world without AI. Anyways, the rest of that entire video is basically, I kind of get into the good and bad of AI. What's it called? AI, I don't believe AI is evil or AI itself. AI is nothing. AI is not good or bad. The only issue is that a lot of people, given the opportunity, will sin because they believe that it's the easy way out. And that's the issue when it comes to a lot of things in life, is that people try to take the easiest way out because it's what benefits them the most. And most of the time, what happens is that you'll get in this prisoner's dilemma, which let me basically, so I'm an economist, right? So let me basically run you down a quick game theory, one of the most important game theories, which is the prisoner's dilemma. Basically, two prisoners are given a choice. You either tell on your other inmate, right? Thus giving you freedom and then giving them more years in prison, or you stay silent and risk your other inmate, which has not been told that you will say anything, the same offer. Given the same offer, both of the prisoners will always tell on each other, thus resulting in both of them both spending prison time. My whole thing about this is that AI is not wrong. AI is actually the single-handedly, the absolutely greatest tool in all of existence. It just is. From a learning standpoint, from a building standpoint, from a logical standpoint, AI is the single-handedly the absolute biggest thing to have been created, and it's actually very fucking helpful. Exactly what you just said, it depends on how you use it. Let me bring it back to the prisoner's dilemma. Given the opportunity, the person will always do the bad thing and use it in a bad way because it benefits them the most. They don't care about what the effects do as long as it benefits them. That's why you have so much AI slop, because it benefits the party that is creating it. They don't care how it's I guess like affecting the moral state of these people that are giving it. They only care about generating some type of revenue through people watching these videos. That's it. Sir, AI is not good. AI, we don't know. AI goals, we don't know. AI gets smarter. The outcome that they will surpass human race. Look, at the end of the day, you can believe. Sorry. Wait. Tasha? Can you stop ignoring me? I got first place in a race in NYC. I've been telling you this for 13 minutes, bro. I'm about to crash out. Congratulations for getting first place. Anyways. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Whether you believe AI or not will get to a level where it overpass society. AI... Okay, look. At the end of the day, I want you to understand already how AI sees us. Already, this has already been proven. This has already happened. I'm already saying this. This has already happened, right? AI, if you were to ask an AI robot and train it to function somewhat like a normal human, it will tell us that it sees us like ants. Deadass. It will tell us that it sees us as ants. So if you have something that is a technically higher being that sees us like ants, what does that have to do with us? It doesn't. Yeah, but the thing is that how could they resent us if they don't have feelings? Tell me, how does it resent somebody, but it doesn't have feelings? How does it feel it, but it doesn't have emotions? It can have programmed emotions and feelings, but these are things that we can also ethnically change, right? I feel like his features are Mexican, but I say no. I feel like you only say that, Zozo, because Mexicans are the most commercialized Hispanic, and that's the only thing that you've ever seen for the majority of the part. But yeah, I'm not Mexican. But you can say I look Mexican. A lot of us look very similar, I'm not gonna lie. AI will eventually develop a sentience, friend, with the way AI is growing right now. Since you know what we're saying, what's your favorite country? I'm gonna just say the US. I mean, I've lived here my whole life. AI will take jobs away too. Hey, bro, still geeking from the rain. What's up, certified LA? What are emotions? I don't know. AI will take jobs away too. AI will take away jobs, but it'll also create new ones. That's what you're not understanding. It's taking away jobs right now, but then there will be a point where then we would then utilize AI as a tool, and thus we would become managers of AI, thus creating more jobs. And now that we have AI, we're utilizing AI to create more companies faster and thus creating more job opportunities. We are in a dip right now, but that doesn't mean that we can continuously get higher and higher. It feels cold. His personality is cold with modesty. What do you mean, Lean? If you're vegan and pro-life, you're being hypocritical. What? Maybe. The better than a sticky substance? What? Got it, Adrian? Merca? The car took away the horse messengers in 1800, just got replaced. Shit, bro. Oh my God, man. I don't understand. I don't either, man. We speak in riddles. AI creating mass companies is a bubble. We're gonna run out of money soon, possibly. I'm not joking. Fuck, bro. I guess AI's taking away jobs, but just replace jobs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying essentially. At the end of the day, friend, life's too short to worry about AI, war, and other things. You must focus on positive, friend. Yes, I agree with that. We're saying your personality is great because you don't care about what people think. Okay, thank you. I guess. It's not that I don't, okay, like, I'll tell you this. It's not that I don't care. I just understand, I've just come to understand that there are a lot of things that don't matter. Right? Overall, I do care. For me to say that I completely do not care is a lie. I do care, but just not on the same level as other people. I care less, right? Was that too far? Wait, I don't even know what you said. I have no idea what Zozo is saying, but she's pretty. That's good enough for me. Oh. Hey, man. That's how it is. I'm from Greece, so I love it. That's what's up, bro. Shout out Greece. W Greece, man. Zozo, I do agree with you. Oh, I feel you. You from Israel. I'm not from Israel. Oh my God. My head is like, it's not that my head is hurting. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I'm getting to the point where like, I don't even want to think anymore. But do we support them? I'm going to tell you that I wish I knew more knowledge, but I would tell you this. I don't support violence. Whoever is promoting it more, I dislike the most. Wait, what? Wait. Jordan, I'm speaking Arabic. He has a translator. YouTube is automatically translating it for me. So yeah. So why do you support Israel? I never said anything about my beliefs with Israel or Palestine. I never said anything. All I literally said was I just do not support violence. Your mind is overwhelmed with all the philosophical questions. That's a sign you have used your brain use pretty much. Yeah, I mean, but I use my brain on a pretty long basis. I mean, I literally been debating y'all for the past 2 hours. Tell me 5 people you know that can do that. This guy supports violence. Burger Eater, if you just keep saying just dumb shit, I'm just gonna ban you, bro. At the end of the day, this the country that you live in might be a democracy, but this is a monarchy. At the end of the day, I call the shots in this chat, man. Like, let's be honest, man. Well, Zinni, I don't have this translator, but I love you and want to take you away from all of this. Do you know that Arabic is the most difficult language in the world? For myself, I find Japanese very difficult. Really? I mean, I would like to learn a lot about, including or not including gang violence, violence in general. Violence in general. I do not support violence in general. Wait, why did you delete her message? For 10 seconds? I mean, whatever. That was just a question, Jackson. Was it, Zania? I don't have this. Oh, wait, I already said that. His name is Horton. Jordan. Where are you from? I'm from Houston, Texas. With all due respect, do you like reading? I used to really like reading, but I haven't read in a very long time, to be honest with you. I've read here and there. I'll say I've read parts and pieces. I've read Kifkom. I only know a few things in Arabic. I know like sayings, and I also know like greetings. Like I know salam alaikum, you know. I know like bismillah. I know alhamdulillah. I also know what else do I know? Allah, obviously God. She knew how to say how are you better than I did. My love, my beautiful desert flower. What the fuck? You should read Brave New World. Maybe I got you. Oh, from Texas. I remember Red Dead Redemption. Are you a student at uni? Yeah, I go to UT Austin. And then I know like small things like iftar, like it's cause like you know my roommate is Muslim, so it's like tell Jordan to leave me alone. Yo, Jordan, stop harassing Zozo, please. Please. Holy shit. Describe your life in 3 words. In the past, right now, future, what would you say? And are you satisfied with your life? Okay, are you saying like, wait, discipline? Can you describe it in terms of like, are you saying like each part, describe it in 3 words? Like describe my past in 3 words, my right now in 3 words, or my future right now, or my overall life in 3 words? Sorry, I can't understand her, but I'm gonna keep going. Yo, Jordan, stop harassing her, bro. I barely know anything but that isn't English or Spanish. I mean, I grew up, you know, English, Spanish, and stuff. Jordan, what is wrong with you? Discipline, yeah, okay, I got you. Discipline. So, 3 words for the past. My first word is lessons. My second word is necessary. And my third word, I don't know, the first word I thought it was sad. So I'm gonna say lessons, necessary, and sad. My right now, I would say hopeful, beginning, and growth. In my future, I would like to say unsatisfied, knowledgeable, but overall happy. And then what would are you satisfied with my life? Yeah. I don't regret anything. I'll translate what you said. Oh wow, you think You're the same. I think the same way. Oh my God, Jordan, you're so cool. You're not normal, Jordan. Jordan, please stop harassing her. Otherwise, I'm just gonna time you out, bro. English or Spanish, real blood? ¿Quieres que yo hable español? I mean, ¿crees que yo no pueda hablar español? Or like, what are we doing? What games do I play? I play. I don't really play a lot of games anymore. I gotta go. This was great. Yeah, of course, Jordan. I want to sleep, but join the live stream. Should I go now? What should I do now? You should probably sleep. No, Jordan, keep harassing her. Bro, what the fuck? Wire reform? You know Persian? No, I don't know Persian. Pull up in a thong. He looks like a 40-year-old Jordan with a wire. What? Okay, he's leaving the live stream. What? My Spanish accent was really good. I don't even. Is it an accent? What accent? That's just how I speak. Maybe if it has an accent. I don't know how to speak Spanish, but I know a handful of words. It's how it is. It's how it is. Before I go, will you remember? I remember you. I'll dream of you. I shall write poems. It's only okay. Jordan, have a great rest of your day, man. I don't speak Spanish. Oh, did he say that in Spanish? Yo hablo español. Yo no hablo español. Lynn, a married guy confessed to me he wanted to propose and I blocked him. Why are people like this? I don't speak Spanish. Yeah, it's already like translating for me. Yo creo que yo soy un poquito inteligente, pero yo necesito hablar más español para, tratar a hablar más y más y más. Porque ahorita mi español no es muy bien, nomás es que yo necesito, que es necesario, yo sé. Pero, like, my grammar and things like that is not 100%. She's swearing in another language. It's so funny. Go be a mom? What the fuck? I barely understand what he's saying in English now. He's speaking Spanish. Holy shit. If you're American, you be careful with being brown. Speaking Spanish is enough to be detained for months without trial. It's difficult, man. It is difficult. The only thing I can make out is that you said that you know some Spanish. Yeah, I know some Spanish. I said that, my Spanish is okay, but it needs to get better. Adrian, your roommate goes to the same university? Yeah, that's why we live together. She's talking Arabic. She is. I think she's swearing. She's not. She hasn't sworn once. I can decipher a small bit. That's how it is. Yes, you speak Arabic and make fun of it. Oh, you're Arab and you're Iranian, and yet you speak Arabic. Hello, welcome to every. Okay, first of all, I'm not sponsored by JCPenney, but you have been in my stream before. Hey, hello, hey, hi, how are you? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien, estoy muy bien. Nomás estoy aquí hablando con mi comunidad. Eso es todo. ¿Tienes un buen día? Chao. Caroline, what's up? Are you Iraqi? No. My love will surpass time itself. What the fuck? Jordan, chill. I heard a little and a smart dog. I heard a little and a smart dog, I think. What? From your Spanish? No, I didn't say any of that. What, you speak too? No, I don't speak. Wait, what are you talking about? Are you single? No, I'm not single. Jordan is acting crazy. I feel like he's ghost popping up everywhere. Let me think of another philosophy question. Yeah, Jordan, you were being like hella philosophical, asking me nice questions and shit. And then all of a sudden, you're talking about... you're talking about marrying this random girl, bro. Chill, bro. Chills. And yeah, you're old enough to be a mom and you're picking on kids, get a life. She's like in high school, bro. She's not even old. What? I'm actually so confused. Perro. Perro. I never said perro. Perro. Carro. I never said any of that. Do you want an affair? No, I don't. Also, why did you put perro like that? Cuchi cuchi. Did you say taco? What the fuck? Take them off the broadcast. I tried so long to roll my R's, I can't. It's a lesson. It's just a skill. You gotta learn. You gotta learn. Do you watch any shows? I don't really like. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I've actually been like, I don't know. I just watch a whole bunch of YouTube, to be honest. How do you roll R's? You have to think about like. I would think about like trying to create a suction, like put your tongue, kind of on the top of your teeth, and just try to make it vibrate. So in this scenario, okay. Okay, fine, late. You're a good boy. Applaud him. So this scenario, love without conflict is weaker than love formed through trials. Do you think you need more obstacles or a clear path to be strong? I think you can't be strong without obstacles. And I do agree with you. Love with conflict is stronger than love without it. Have you ever thought about becoming a rapper? Are you ready for me to spit some beats? Yeah, I thought I was a rapper, but all I can do is rap her in my warm embrace. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, but we out here. Now we're gonna be all here, everywhere in the US, NYC, New York City. Yeah, all right. I don't know, I can't do this. I don't mean anything. I'm just making fun of it because he went too far. Tell him to respect himself. ADV yaps? Oh God, feels the aura. Damn, bro, you're good. That shit was actually ASO, corny Alright, bro. Alright, bro. I bet you couldn't do this shit for 2.5 hours. Cause that's how long we've been doing this shit. Holy! Yo, Josh, you in the chat. What does that mean? What does that mean, blood? What's up, Mia? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. What's your girlfriend's name? Federal? No, it's Sophia. Turns out he knows how to rap. This guy's a master of everything in life. He knows all languages. He raps too. He deserves an all-round of applause. I don't know how to rap, but I appreciate it. I think this is my third stream. How many streams have y'all watched? I don't know. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the support. Ask my girlfriend's name. What's your girlfriend? No, bro. I'm not asking you actually. If you're in here, Josh, that homeless guy in the back is in your camper. Do you watch any animes? Yeah, I've watched a lot of animes. The one that I've watched most recently is probably what's it called? My Hero Academia, MAH. But I've watched like a lot of the mainstream, like Attack on Titan. It's probably one of my favorites. I've watched Black Clover. I watched a little bit of Seven Deadly Sins. I've seen JJK. I've seen Chainsaw Man. I've seen I watched this other one too. I forgot what the name was. And I've also seen like a lot of clips and stuff. ReZero, I don't think so. Hi guys, what's up, Cat Nash? No, bro. They barely know that Islam legislates for. Huh? Oh my. Yo, Jordan, how old are you, bro? The Stairs Aura guy? Feels the aura. Are you Muslim? No. I know some things about Islam, but I'm not completely knowledgeable. Jordan is 16. Good. Tycoon Gamer? I guess, bruv. We are brothers. Maybe. Lynn donated to Vicky. Huh? Why are they speaking scribble in chat? It's Arabic, first off. They're just chilling. They're vibing. Jordan, we bros. On God, they are. On God. Alright guys, here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna get off live for today. I really wanted to spend the rest of the day, recording some videos for you guys. For those that do watch my videos, new video will be out soon. I'll go today to go record it. I'm going to make the script and or the ideas for this actual video itself. So I'm going to try to do that right now while I get something to eat probably. Anyways, I appreciate all of y'all. Let me get a little closer to the light so you guys can see me a little better. I hope y'all had a amazing stream. It was a good one. I really appreciate everybody that was in chat that was debating me. It means a lot that y'all care enough to want to stay and talk to me. I fuck with that. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. Anyways, I will catch y'all. Have a great rest of your day. If I can get a W stream spam in chat, W stream, W me, whatever you want to say, W stream, man. I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching so much. Damn, I'm getting hella skinny, bro. Look at me. I'm like getting super toned. Like you think this is a good thing, but it's low-key bad, bro. That means I'm losing a lot of weight. I'm not meant to do that, bro. Anyways, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I can't express it anymore. My last thing I'm going to say before I leave you off, if you guys are interested in watching any of my videos, delve into kind of topics that I talked about today. That sounds interesting. If you fuck with that, if you like reflections, if you like interviews, things like that, I appreciate it. Anyways, I'm going to catch you guys. See ya. Peace.